Fans are trolling a lot in The Elder Scrolls 4, Oblivion Remastered, and loving it. The Elder Scrolls 4, Oblivion Remastered has sparked a renaissance of chaotic fun among longtime fans and new players alike, but not just for its overhauled graphics or smoother mechanics. The real buzz is centered around how players are exploiting the quirks of the game's still peculiar NPC behavior and offbeat voice acting, trolling the world of Tamriel in creative, hilarious ways. Instead of merely progressing through quests, players are finding new joy in bending the game's systems in ways that celebrate its bizarre, beloved legacy. The remastered version, while improving visuals and some stability issues, has intentionally preserved many of the original's eccentricities, especially the iconic Radiant AI. Players are delighting in luring NPCs into strange loops, filling their inventories with cheese wheels, or leading town guards into absurd goose chases through towns, an act of trolling that doesn't harm, but highlights the absurd brilliance of the underlying mechanics. It's the digital equivalent of playful mischief, a celebration of freedom rarely seen in tightly scripted modern RPGs. A significant part of this trolling culture is rooted in nostalgia. For many, Oblivion was their entry point into open-world fantasy, and the game's sometimes awkward, sometimes endearing character animations have become part of its charm. The remaster enhances the fidelity without scrubbing away its soul, which has only fueled more ironic role-playing. Players create bumbling alchemists who explode everything, or self-righteous paladins who arrest chickens. The more ridiculous the role, the better the fun. Social media has further amplified this trolling renaissance. TikTok, Reddit, and YouTube are flooded with clips of players causing NPCs to spout iconic lines like, "Stop. You violated the law," in entirely inappropriate situations. Mods and cheat codes are fueling the trend even more, letting players turn themselves into giants, summon armies of mud crabs, or teleport guards into Oblivion portals just to see what happens. It's not just trolling, it's a love letter to a game that never took itself too seriously. What makes this wave of trolling unique is its oddly wholesome nature. Unlike toxic griefing found in multiplayer games, this is single-player mischief with no victims, except maybe poor Lucien Lachance when he's spammed with apples. It's about testing the limits of the game's logic, finding humor in its imperfections, and building an emergent narrative out of chaos. In many ways, this reminds fans why they fell in love with Oblivion in the first place. It gave them a world to play with, not just play in. Even Bethesda seems to be in on the joke. The remaster's preservation of certain goofy physics glitches, odd camera angles, and the still bizarre facial expressions seem deliberate, a wink to the community that made those moments iconic. By not sanding down every rough edge, the developers have essentially handed the fans a toy box, trusting them to find their own fun in its peculiarities. The result is a creative explosion that feels less like trolling and more like collaborative theater. As the trend continues, it's clear that trolling in Oblivion Remastered is about more than laughs. It's a reclaiming of agency in an age where many games feel overly curated and guided. Here, players are the storytellers, and their tales often involve stealing sweet rolls, reverse pickpocketing Daedric hearts, or turning quests into slapstick comedy shows. It's chaos as an art form, rooted in affection rather than frustration. In conclusion, the trolling phenomenon surrounding The Elder Scrolls 4, Oblivion Remastered isn't a sign of disrespect, but rather an enthusiastic embrace of everything that made the original a cult classic. Players aren't mocking the game, they're celebrating it, quirks and all. Through mischief, creativity, and nostalgia, they're forging a new chapter in the saga of Tamriel, one where the most powerful spell might just be a well-timed, "Stop right there, criminal scum," yelled at a chicken thief.